Hey everybody, I just wanted to chime in real quick and give you 3 tips that have helped me propel my insurance agency when it comes to having success with leads. So really quickly, the first one is don't overthink it. You see, sometimes when we look at the client, we may get anxiety before making that phone call. We think all of these things, and we can talk ourselves right out of the sale and helping the client. Think about this. 90% of the clients that we talk to have no insurance industry knowledge. They don't know anything about products. Some don't know about the difference between term and permanent and all the other nuances of insurance. So how does that help you? That means you're the teacher, you're the guide, you're the person they're leaning on and depending on to help them understand what the best route for coverage is for their circumstances. So use that as a motivation for yourself and as a tool before making that phone call. Prepare your mind with that kind of confidence. You are the teacher. Which brings me to my next point, have a resource. I remember I told you guys in the previous video, my first 6 months in the industry, didn't have any knowledge, didn't have any real training, except some brief product training. So I had to learn on the fly. And one of the things that helped me get to 126 applications in the first 5 or 6 months of it being in the industry was that I had a resource. The first couple of weeks, I noticed I was nervous all the time, but it's because in my mind, I'm saying I got all these products and I don't know what to go to first once the person gets on there. And so I didn't have an identifying piece to how do I differentiate who could qualify for this, who qualifies for that, this product, that product. And so I created an Excel sheet. And the Excel sheet had on it every product named that the company offered. It had age, it had the restrictions, and it had the guidelines of things that would either eliminate or qualify a client. So now my confidence goes through the roof. So couple that with, I know I'm the teacher, I know I'm the person being used for guidance. Now I have this resource because we have about 15 seconds to convince our client that we're the right person to talk to, we're knowledgeable, and we can help guide them to get the right coverage. And if we don't convince them within that time frame, we could possibly lose them for good. And someone else is going to get that sale. So you didn't do your job. So having that quick identifier is going to help you. I'm going to have another video sometime later where I'm going to actually break all these details down that's going to help you to, if you don't know how to create it and what I'm talking about in depth, I'll make sure that I simplify it for you. My last point, again, when you're making that call, and now say you made the call, they didn't answer, or say you made the call, you got a voicemail. If you have not talked to that person, that should not be the end and be all. What you should be doing is, what makes one contact is, for me, is I make the phone call. If I don't get them, I leave them a voicemail if that's a possibility. Once I leave the voicemail, I send them an email. I also send them a text. And within those email and texts is not just fluff. Within there, I'm having detailed information about the startup questions to get a quote going. So make it very brief, put some wording in there, and then ask the questions that are needed just so you can start a quote for them. You'll be surprised in this day and age, most people won't reply back to a phone call, but they'll reply back to a text. If I made 20 calls and I text all 20, about 12 of them will text me back out of the 20. And so think about that. Had I not done that, I probably wouldn't have gotten as much business. And again, that helped me scale in my first 6 months to do that many applications. So again, I'll have that more in detail. I'll show you what all that looks like. That's going to take a little bit more time to prepare for you. But I just wanted to give you some quick tips to help you have some success, to get you off the ground, get you started thinking in a different manner. And we're going to keep this train going. I'll always have some content for you. So like and subscribe this content if you like what you see and you want to see more. That's going to help me and motivate me to keep things coming to you. And what type of topics, if you have any topics that you'd like me to talk about and the success that I've seen, I'd love to share it with you. All right, till next time.